and the highest standard of sportsmanship. The Honorable Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Owen Eno, who led the team, he affirmed that the government's commitment to supporting sports development in Nigeria, particularly for athletes with disability, as the nation continues to celebrate the achievement of its Paralympic heroes. Nigeria's team with a remarkable haul of 7 medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the Grand Patron of the African Paralympic sport, appreciate the medalists in this order. For the gold medalist, $20,000, silver medalist, $10,000, and bronze medalist got $5,000. Total of 132 million naira showered on the girls. Also to basketball, where the following their quarterfinal exploit, we hear that they just concluded 2024 under 18 Afro Basketball Championship in Pretoria. The Tigers has been ranked 7th. The Nigerian side crashed out of the quarterfinals after suffering a defeat against Egypt. The organizers of the Cup Championship released the ranking on Sunday morning, and the former champions were ranked below top 5. These are the rankings: Mali 1st, Cameroon 2nd, Senegal 3rd, Morocco 5th, and Morocco 4th, Egypt 5th, Angola 6th, Nigeria 7th, Rwanda 8th, Cote d'Ivoire 9th, South Africa 10th, Zimbabwe 11th, and Uganda 12th. In the female category, the Tigress and the junior Tigress star, I'm talking about Adube Bamu Begi, has been named to the All-Star team. The junior Tigers reached the finals of the championship with Begi stamping authority in every game. The organizers of the championship announced the list of the All-Stars on Saturday evening, and Begi featured prominently on it. Winners of the championship, Mali produced 2 players, Mama Sadigi Dumbia and Omoa Kumari, while Cameroon and Angola had 1 player, Damaris Emedie and Resti Nanangwe. So good one for Begi. How did they finish second? They were beaten by Mali. Yes, a heavy defeat to the Malian counterpart in the final of the FIBA Under-18 Afro Basketball Championship. Mali overpowered the junior, the Tigress, 76-55 in a one-sided final decided at the University of Pretoria, South Africa. Despite the defeat, the future of the Tigress achieved a great feat by securing their silver medal after 14 years under coach Juliana Negedu. Before we go to FIFA, let's go straight to what's happening here in Nigeria. We start off, of course, from a big event going on, talking about the Ayo Middle championship that is ongoing at the moment. We hear that the Ayo Middle Foundation Girls Football Championship has begun. And in Group A, we saw Dragon Fury, Sunlight Queens, and Legelu fight. Dragon Queens beat Sunshine Queens by 2-1. Sunlight Queens lost to Legelu Queens by a goal to nil. In Group B, that has Joker Babes, Charity Queens, Farmless Ladies. Joker Babes beat Charity Queens by 1-0. Charity Queens defeated Farmless Ladies by 2-1. In Group C, Debwale Babes, the Pride Babes, and Jog Beam FC. Adewale Babes beat Pride Babes by 1-0. In Group D, Apex Angels, Oyo City Queens, and Fatuba Queens. Apex Angels defeated Oyo Queens, City Queens by 2-0 yesterday. The tournament has kicked off. Talking about the girls play sport by the Ayo Middle Foundation. It's a thrill to unveil the reverse schedule for its inaugural girls sport women's tournament across the region. This is what the schedule looks like. We start off from the southern region. We hear that the Southern Zone Preliminary will kick off on September the 14th, 2024, and run through to September the 21st, 2024 in Ogun, Oyo, Lagos, Bayelsa State. While, of course, the inaugural tournament is set, like I told you, from August the 30th to October the 1st, 2024. For the Northern Zone Preliminary, it will be held from the September the 22nd to September the 28th, 2024 in Jos, Ilorin, Abuja, and Gombe. 8 teams from each of the region will advance to the final playoffs, with the victors progressing to the grand finale. A total of 55 teams will compete in the maiden edition, with 21 teams from the Northern Zone and 34 from the Southern Zone. The competition will consist of preliminary rounds and playoff, culminating in the grand finale, scheduled to take place on the October the 1st in Abuja. And good news, you talking female football. We here in a heartwarming, emotional farewell match in the Nigeria Women Football League Premiership side. Nigeria Rattles football club celebrated the departure of the talented forward Olamide Adugbe, who is set to embark on a new chapter in Europe. The match, which saw Nigeria take on Nigeria on the 17th national team, was a grand occasion held at the FIFA Go Project, Abuja, and witnessed by the top football dignitaries, including the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Guzo, and the Secretary General, Dr. Sanusi Mohammed. Adugbe, who had been pivotal in Nigeria's rise in the country's top flight, left the field to a standing ovation from the crowd, including her teammates, coaching staff, as well as her former coach, Bankole Lowokere. Barrister Paul Ede, the founder of Nigeria's and the chairman of the Benue State FA, expressed his pride in Adube's achievement and had remarkable her future journey. As part of the farewell ceremony, Adube was presented with a commemorative plaque and a framed Nigeria Turtles jersey and match ball signed by her teammate to honor her contributions to the team. The chairperson of the club, Alison James Jigade, praised Adube's dedication and influence on the team, stating that Adube has been an inspiration to younger players. Her work ethics and passion for the game are second to none. Team captain Blessing Emmanuel echoed those sentiments, saying, "We'll miss her presence on and off the pitch. Adube has set a standard for all of us, and we are anxious to see her shine in Europe." Nigeria tells Wishes Olamide Adube the very best as she begins her European football journey. Her departure marks a new chapter for both the player and the club, with hopes high for her continued success in the international stage. Still talking football, let's head out to CAF. We hear one man as well has decided to throw his heart into the ring for the position of the CAF president. I'm talking about no other than FECAFOOT president Samuel Eto'o Fils. He's already warming up to emerge as the next president of the body. According to reports from Cameroon, the tenure of the current president, Patrice Motsepe, is set to end next year, and several top guns in the continent have shown interest in taking over. South African business mogul is yet to speak on whether he will run for a second term or step down. Reporting Cameroon also said that Eto'o is grooming his trusted advisor Monge Yamsi to succeed him as Cameroon FA boss when he leaves. Eto'o has been seeking advice and guidance from former CAF president Ahmed as part of his preparations. And of good news, in Mauritania, the proposed video assistant referee officially made his debut in the Mauritanian League. The Federation of Mauritanian Football announced at the end of last season that the VAR will be used from the coming season. The league started on Saturday, and the VAR was present at the Chania Bodia Stadium in the game between AS Gade and SAR. The fans at the stadium were excited following the development, and when the referee decided to consult the VAR for clarification, Mauritania joined the rest of the countries in the continent who have introduced the equipment into the league. And so staying in CAF, we had the Commission of African Football. CAF has confirmed Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania as the countries for the 2024 Championship of African Nations, CHAN. The president of the body made the declaration on Sunday during his visit to Kenya. I'm deeply grateful and very proud of the leadership President Ruto is providing in relation to sports and CHAN. I'm confident that with all of us working together, we will make African football among the best in the world, he said. Algeria was the last country to host the event in 2019. The proposed date for the next CHAN is February 2025. The president of CAF, the Patrice Motsepe, on Sunday stormed Kenya to inspect the designated facilities for the 2027 African Cup of Nations. The three of Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania were selected to co-host the biannual competition in 2027. Motsepe on Sunday deemed it fit to arrive in Kenya to inspect facilities, and particularly the Kasarani Stadium. Motsepe seemed impressed with the renovation work done so far and promised to give them all the support and push needed for everyone to enjoy the AFCON in East Africa. Now let's come back home, man. Let's go straight to, of course, the Nigerian Football Federation. I know there was a news that broke out some few time ago where we heard that, of course, a certain German tactician, Wilfried Schäfer, is set to become the new coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We heard that. But there's been a disclaimer from the NFF. We hear that the NFF has denied engaging German technician Wilfried Schäfer as the Super Eagles coach. Contrary to the report in some media, the Federation, though still in search of a new gaffer for the 2023 African Competition quarterfinalist, claimed it never had discussion with the 74-year-old German. A top official of the NFF, speaking anonymously with BSN Sport, explained, "We are aware of that, though the Federation is still searching for a befitting coach for the Super Eagles, but we are not in contact with Schäfer." Wilfried Schäfer, born 10th of January 1950, is a German football manager and former player. He has played for and managed Borussia Mönchengladbach, managed VfB Stuttgart, Cameroon, and Al Ain, Al Khor, and his last club in 2021. Wavon was drafted to lead the 2023 African champions in the match day 1 and 2 of the 2025 African Nations Cup qualifier between Benin Republic and Rwanda. Super Eagles humiliated Benin with a 3-0 thrashing and played a goalless draw with Rwanda in Kigali to top the AFCON qualifier Group D table with 4 points. So if it's not Schäfer, who is the manager? Still no manager months after Finidi George dropped his resignation letter. I will keep going around the circles. It was Egbavon now. He's back to his post as technical director. Will he still be the one in charge when we play again in October? I think they should be given the job and allow him to do the job. But given the full support of he will give to any foreign coach, But yet again, we keep going around in circles. We stay in the Super Eagles, where former Super Eagles gaffer Jose Pesero has finally opened up on why he left Nigeria despite reaching the final of the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. The Portuguese gaffer refused to renew his contract following his expiration after the biannual competition. There was too much stress, he said. I had the support of my staff and the best from my players, but it wasn't enough. I want to win AFCON for the fans, the government, and everyone. But even before the tournament, I had already decided to leave. Even if I had won the trophy, I would have still leave. Jose Pesero said. And of course, the under-20 women national team, the Falconets, on Sunday arrived. They touched down the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Abuja, and they had after they were knocked out of the ongoing under-20 Women's World Cup. The 2010-2014 finalists lost 1-2 to Firepower of Japan in the round of 16 with goals from Japanese forward Masunga and Hajikata, who scored in the 33rd and 65th minute before substitute Olushola Shobowale have the deficit in the 91st minute for Nigeria. Come on, it is what it is. In that competition, Nigeria, they have touched down the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. They're back here, back to base, I can assure you. But again, not too good readings for Nigeria. Is this the tournament they have failed to win? And for the second time in a row for coach Christopher Musa Danjuma, the team has failed to go past the round of 16. Something definitely must be wrong with this team for it not to be able to, to get past the round of 16. I must ask, something must be definitely wrong. But we will wait and see how things pan out. Okay, other games played in the quarterfinals of the under 20 World Cup going on in Colombia. Brazil were beaten by North Korea by 1-0. Northern Ireland played a 2-2 draw with Colombia. Netherlands winning 3-0 on penalties. Japan beat Spain by 1-0. And United States of America played a 2-2 draw with Germany, but won 3-1 on penalty. So this is how the matches you look forward at the under 20 World Cup. United States will take on North Korea. That game is for Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. And of course, Japan will take on Northern Ireland. That game is for Thursday, 2 a.m. early hours of Thursday morning in Nigeria. That other semi-final will take place. And of course, the CAF Champions League, it is for Enugu Rangers. The Nigerian champions, Rangers International of Enugu, have secured a slim win in the first leg of the CAF Champions League second preliminary round against Sagrada Esperanca. The Flying Antelope defeated US Zilmanju of Comoros to reach the second round of the competition. Playing at the adopted home in Uyo, the host dominated the game from the proceedings, but were unable to break down the back line of the away team. The second half resumed the same way with the first stanza ended, and Coach Felix Elichuku has to make several changes to peg back the attack line of Angola's, who has grew into the game. Substitute Kazim Ogunleye broke the deadlock in the 77th minute to grant the Nigerian side a maximum victory in the game. Rangers will travel to Angola to face Esperanca in the second leg, and the winner on the aggregate scoreline progresses to the next round. A very slim 1-0 victory. Kazim with a goal in the 77th minute for Fidelis Ilichuku and his guys. Again, just winning the first leg by a goal to nil. Last time they were quite lucky to play a 1-0 draw in the second leg and qualify. But going to Angola will be an uphill task. Knowing fully where this team finished second in the Angolan League last season. Now, this is my take. It looks like we are not really ready for continental football here in Nigeria, because we are always so close yet so far, and we're struggling to play teams, especially teams that are teams in maybe not Africa, but this time even teams we see teams from Benin Republic, teams from Cote d'Ivoire give us a run for our money. Aba, on the other hand, where they picked up a crucial away draw. Yes, away result in the CAF Confederations Cup second preliminary round encounter. The Elephants were drawn by, but in the first preliminary round, where they paired with 12 Filante in the second round. Eimba secured a crucial result against the opponent, which ended goalless in the first leg of the CAF Confederations Cup second preliminary round in Bamako, Mali. They take the advantage into the return leg built for the Gospel Akpabio Stadium in Uyo on the 22nd of September 2024. So for Eimba, it was an away draw away in Mali. For Enugu Rangers, a 1-0 victory against the Angolan side. So we'll see how the second leg pans out. Are you sure that heading into the group stages of the CAF Champions League, we're going to have a team in those competitions? Again, that's the big question. So guys, be part of the show. Talk to me. Let's talk about all this we discussed so far. From, of course, Wilfred Schaefer not being the team, not being the coach. NFF said they have not even have a contact with him. So of course, our continental play, Enugu Rangers, and of course Eimba not getting the sounding victories, but still got a chance in the second leg. So I want to hear from you guys. It's 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618. Or you can also reach us on 080 070 that is 0700 010 961 that is 0700 010 You can drop us a WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp voice note. You can drop us an SMS. You can call us on the 2 number that's on WhatsApp or normal call, and we'll be here to take those messages. Don't forget, you can also drop your messages on our YouTube page as well, and also you get to be part of the show. Don't forget, when you're watching us on YouTube, please do like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell so that people can get to be part of this jolly ride. As I was waiting for more calls, we go to the Nigerian Premier Football League. It was a time to remember, as of course, Remo Stars continued their perfect start to the 2023-2024 Nigerian Premier Football League with a slim 1-0 victory over Sunshine Stars. The game was the first Southwest derby of the season, decided at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne. Shuaibu Ibrahim met with a lofted ball from Ifeanyi Anemena before beating the defender for strength and finished with aplomb in the 7th minute, and that was enough. The Sky Blues have gone over 180 minutes of action to secure back-to-back victories and clean sheet. Elsewhere, Rivers United in their first maximum points of the season with a comfortable 3-1 win over struggling Heartland FC. The brace from Kabir Abdullahi and a goal from Taufik Otani has secured the maximum point for the pride of Rivers. Meanwhile, Emmanuel Amunike has now tested back-to-back defeat in his opening 2 games after losing to Infinity George led Rivers United. For the Nazi Millionaire, it's 2 losses in a row. Also, the North Central derby between Niger Tornadoes and Nasarawa United ended in a stalemate as both sides shared the spoils at the Bamako Kantangura Stadium in Mina. Katsina United came from a goal down to beat Benin Insurance 2-1. James Orosanya had opened the scoring from the Benin Arsenal before Lukman Bello restored parity 5 minutes later. The winner from Changi Boys came in the death of Aziz Falau to give his side the maximum point. In Uyo Akwa Ibom, Akwa United snatched a point of visitors Abia Warriors. The visitors took the lead early via Adejo Ojonugwa before Edidion Ezekiel equalized from the spot in stoppage time. Bayelsa United and Kano Pillars ended a 1-1 apiece, with Shooting Stars Club of Ibadan failed to beat Plateau United as it ended in a draw. The full result, you have Remo Stars 1, Sunshine Stars 0, Rivers United 3, Heartland FC 1. Aqua United played a 1-0 draw with Abia Warriors. The other Tornadoes played a goalless against Nasarawa United. Katsina United beat Bendel Insurance by 2-1. Bayelsa United also played a 1-0 draw with Bayelsa United played a 1-0 draw with Kano Pillars, and 3SC, also known as Shooting Stars, played a 1-0 draw with Plateau United. Don't forget that one game was postponed. That's a game that had, of course, the team from Maiduguri. I'm talking about the team from Maiduguri. Talking about the team from Maiduguri. That game was suspended due to the flood happening in Borno State. Talking about El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. Don't forget, you can be part of the show. Keep the calls coming. Let's talk NPFL. Let's talk CAF Champions League. Let's talk Super Eagles. Again, still no coach for Nigeria. You heard me. The merry-go-round continues again. Not Schaefer. Not Bruno Labbadia. From what we're hearing, it's still not. Maybe it would be. Still not Austin Eguavon. And the wait is on. We told you on Friday that the coach of the Super Falcons, talking about Around the Wardrobe, has resigned from his job. He says due to the health issues of his wife. And now the Super Falcons don't have a substantive manager. The Super Eagles don't have a substantive manager. What's going on? Okay, let's keep going. Before we go on a break, quickly, let's give you some movement concerning Nigerian players across Europe and how well they played this weekend. It's been a fantastic weekend for Nigerian players across the European spaces. First of all, we let you know that, of course, the former Nigerian Premier League football champion Enyimba International has confirmed the departure of their midfielder Eziogu Chibueze to Moldova on loan. The midfielder was one of the outstanding performers for the club last season, where he scored once. The People Elephant confirmed his departure via its social media handle on Monday afternoon. Midfielder Izogu Chukwueze has completed his season-long loan move to CSF Spartani of Moldova. Izogu Chukwueze joined the Moldovan side for the 2024-2025 campaign, gaining valuable experience in the Moldova National Division. Good luck, Chukwueze, the club said. Also, the manager of Japan Bundesliga side Augsburg, Jens Torup, has heaped praises on the newly acquired midfielder Frank Onyeka. Onyeka joined the German side this summer on loan from the English Premier League side Brentford. He made his debut against Sao Paulo on Saturday and helped the club to a 3-1 win. And according to the coach, he said he trained twice and was involved in international matches for the restart. He showed us what a good player he is. He's ready to help the team, and that is what he did. Maybe the only thing missing was the goal at the end, although he had an assist and played very well. For a first game, it was an outstanding game. Big ups to Big Frank, the tank, Frank Onyeka. We move to South Africa, where the chairman of the South African Premier League, Chippa United, Sivizwe Chippa Mpengazi, has reviewed the reason why they refused to allow Stanley Wabale to move to another club despite several offers. The Nigerian international signed a 3-year contract extension with Chippa United, despite receiving several offers from clubs within and outside South Africa. Mpengazi confirmed that Kaizer Chiefs approached them, but they were unable to agree and went ahead to speak on how Amazulu offered them a peanut. Yes, peanut. For Mabale. In his word, it was never about the price. There were two teams who were interested. One of them is Amazulu, but they were offering peanut. There were talks we had with Kaizer Chiefs before the end of the season, but we saw them signing another goalkeeper. For Kaizer Chiefs, we were even going to give them Wabale, and the price was not even that high. We were more looking at the interest of the player. You know, he was going to play for a big club. Amazulu were offering peanuts. They wanted us to give them Wabale for that amount. That was a disrespectful. End of quote. Still talking Nigerian player, this time we head out to the championship. One man is scoring goals reckless abandon. It's Super Eagles forward. Talking about Maja. Yes, he was in action, scoring his 5th goal of the season as West Brom beat Portsmouth by 3-1. It was a Nigerian international who scored the opening goal in the first minute to peg back the host. Alex Mowate scored a brace to end his Baggies a comprehensive win from home. Since he recovered from injury, Maja has been in terrific form for the Baggies, I beg your pardon, and has been able to score 5 goals this season. Yes, Josh Maja is scoring goals in numbers. For one man, Ademola Lookman, he was the hero again in Atlanta's 3-2 win over Fiorentina. Lookman has been in good form since the start of the season, and his goals contributed to Super Eagles 3-0 win against Benin Republic. We know that already. We all know that in the encounter played in Bergamo Martinez and Fiorentina, we heard that Retegui netted the equalizer after Italian star Moiskin put them the waist side ahead, but Belgian international Catlari equalized just before the halftime. Lookman settled the game with the winning goal, and all the effort for Fiorentina to come back in the second half proved abortive. So for Lookman, he continues to improve his CV and his chances of winning the African Football of the Year. A goal and assist. That boy, Ademola Lookman, is having a time of his life. One man as well who is doing well in Germany, his name is Victor Boniface. The Nigerian Bayer Leverkusen striker was adjudged the man of the match against Hoffenheim. The Super Eagles forward scored twice. In Leverkusen 4-1 away win against Hoffenheim was announced on Sunday morning as the most valuable player from the game. Leverkusen won the league last season for the first time in the club history, with Boniface contributing a double-digit goal. The boy is a dancer. You need to see his celebration when he scored that goal. He talked about it. It was a TikTok influencer from Nigeria that influenced his celebration. The boy could dance. 2 goals and an assist in that 4-1 drubbing of Hoffenheim. Victor Boniface is back, and the boy knows where the goal is. He's scoring goals again with reckless abandon. Also, it was a good weekend for Yeriso and Tolulope Ogoroku Dare. They were the heroes on Sunday in the KRC Gang 2-3 away win over Seku Brugge. It was the former Flying Eagle star Yeriso who scored the opening goal in the first minute before Quatara brought the host level in the 13th minute. Yeah, we had as Stuka restored Gang lead 4 minutes later off an assist from So. We had a Reg in that encounter. Aroko Dare has been a vital player for them, scoring the winner of that encounter. So there were goals for Yeriso, for Tolulope Ogoroku Dare. They both scored in their 2-3 away win over Seku Brugge. Those boys are having fun. But I'll end with this sad note for Premier League side. Northern Forest, they have failed to register a certain player. Talking about Dennis Bonaventure in their Premier League squad. Dennis returned to the City ground from after his loan spell ended with the Championship side Watford. The former European champions announced the official list, and Dennis' name was conspicuously missing from the list. There is no place for Dennis Bonaventure. Really sad for Dennis Bonaventure. Really sad for Dennis Bonaventure. But there was place for Ola Aino. And of course, not forgetting our own Taiwo Awoni. Okay, guys, I will take a breather, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we go into the European scene. I got the top 5 leagues in Europe are bubbling, and North London is red. I'll tell you all about that, including the latest happenings in the other leagues, and of course, other sports. Formula One, tennis. Don't go nowhere. Sport Lounge continues shortly. We'll take a breather. We come back. The second part of the show begins. Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, it's still Sport Lounge on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja, and this is your number one dial, talking about, 96.1 Voice of the People, and I am your Sport Bishop, your magistrate, a pilot, a prophet, the professor, none so Irene Zay Chief. You're joining us. Unfortunately, you missed the first part of the show, but don't worry. From now to 6 p.m., I'll be giving you all the juicy details from the foreign scene happening across the world, okay? Don't forget, you can be part of the show by listening to us on our Radio Guardian app. Yes, just Radio Guardian app. Look for Voice of the People, 96.1 from Abuja, and Voila will be in your speakers. And of course, we'll be in your faces if you want. Just go to our YouTube page, Voice of the People, 96.1 from Abuja, and we'll be in your faces. Feel free to join the conversation. Send us a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, an SMS, WhatsApp call. Call us on either of these two numbers, 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618 or 0700 010 961 0700 010 Without wasting much time, let's head out to the foreign scene. Quickly, guys, I will go straight. We hear, of course, from football that hearing into the Manchester City's 115 charges for alleged breaches of the Premier League financial rule begins today. City were charged and referred to the Independent Commission in February 2023 following a 4-year investigation. It's alleged that City breached the financial rule between 2009 and 2018. City strongly denies all charges and have said their case is supported by a comprehensive body of irrefutable evidence. The Premier League claimed City breached rules requiring the club to provide accurate financial information that gives a true and fair view of the club's financial position. The information also covered club's revenue, which includes sponsorship income and operating cost. It has also accused the Premier League champions of not cooperating. When the Premier League investigation began, City said the allegations were entirely false and that allegations originally published in German newspaper The Spiegel came from illegal hacking and out of context publication of City email. City have won 8 league titles, multiple cups, Champions League since their 2008 takeover by the Abu Dhabi United groups. And then let's go to the top 5 leagues. We begin from Spain, guys. Barcelona stay top of the standing in the Spanish La Liga as Yamal scored twice in a dominant first half. Dani Olmo, Pedro also found the net before former Man City winger Ferran Torres, who had only been on the pitch for 17 minutes, was shown a red card for a heavy challenge on Yasser Asprilla. For Real Madrid, they are 4 points behind with a 2-0 win at Real Sociedad, securing the second half penalties by Vinicius Jr. and, of course, Kylian Mbappe. Real boss Carlo Ancelotti said his side were not dominant enough to deserve the win, despite being without midfielder Jude Bellingham, Edward Camavinga, Dani Ceballos, and Orlen Tchouameni. In his words, it was a complicated match. We don't deserve to win because Real Sociedad pushed us really hard. End of quote. For England midfielder Conor Gallagher, he got his first goal, and former Man City forward John Everett, they scored their first goals for Atletico Madrid as they beat Valencia by 3-0. Don't forget, good news for Madrid fan. We hear that Jude Bellingham and of course Orlen Tchouameni are back in the squad after missing out of a long time out. But for Barcelona, it's not too good news that Dani Olmo is out for 10 days. We hear he picked up an injury in that 4-1 victory. Yes, 4-1 victory in that encounter. Before we go to how the table looks like, look at the full result played in the Spanish La Liga. Atletico Madrid 3, Valencia 0, Las Palmas 2, Athletic Club 3, Girona 1, Barcelona 4, Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 2, Celta Vigo 3, Valladolid 1, Sevilla 1, Getafe 0, Espanyol 3, Alaves 2, Mallorca 1, Villarreal 2, and Real Betis beat Leganés by 2-1 in that encounter. And this is the table. Barcelona top with 15 points, Atletico Madrid second with 11 points, Madrid third with 11 points. Both Madrid and Atletico Madrid have the same goal difference. Villarreal fourth with 11 points, Celta Vigo fifth with 9 points, and Alaves sixth with 7 points. We go to Italy right now. We hear that Romelu Lukaku is having fun as he made two and scored another as Napoli went top of the Serie A with an impressive 4-0 win at Cagliari. Premier League experts Scott McTominay and Billy Gilmour both came on as late substitute for their debut as Antonio Conte's side made it 3 wins from 4. Former Arsenal and Barcelona midfielder Cesc Fabregas was left frustrated after seeing his first Serie A win as head coach slipped through his fingers. Como newly promoted to the Serie A this season, squandered a 2-goal lead to settle for a 2-2 draw with Bologna on Saturday. An early own goal by Nicolo Casale and the second half finished by Patrick Crotone from the edge of the box put them in control, but late strikes from Santiago Castro and Samuel Ilin Jr. rescued visitors Bologna. Unbeaten Juventus were held to a goalless draw at Empoli, but AC Milan coach Paulo Fonseca got his first Serie A win in style as 4 goals as 4 goals before the hour mark saw them thrash Venezia by 4 goals to 0. 2 quick penalties from Christian Pulisic and Tammy Abraham sealed the win. For Inter Milan, they missed the chance to go top following a 1-1 draw with Monza. And a full result from the Serie A: Como 2, Bologna 2, Empoli 0, Juventus 0, Milan 4, Venezia 0, Genoa 1, Roma 1, Atalanta 3, Fiorentina 2, Torino 0, Lecce 0, Cagliari 0, Napoli 4, Monza 1, Inter 1. Games will continue today. Parma will take on Udinese. That game's for 5:30 p.m. And Lazio will take on Verona in that encounter. That game is for 7:45. So in the table, Napoli on top with 9 points, Inter second with 8 points, Juventus 8 points, Torino 8 points, Udinese 7 points, and Hellas Verona has got 6 points. In Germany, it's a hurricane show, I must tell you. It's indeed a hurricane show as Bayern Munich were top of the Bundesliga with a 6-1 demolition of Holstein Kiel on Saturday. As one-man Hurricane, who scored twice for England last week, bagged a hat-trick against the newly promoted side. Bayern, hold on, on the Bundesliga was broken last season with Bayer Leverkusen, winning the title in a record-breaking undefeated run. According to the coach of Bayern Munich, Vincent Kompany, said, "I have said that it is just 3 games. I know for Bayern it's always important to be on top of the top spot, but it's just 3 games at the moment. If we continue as we do now, maybe at the end of the season, I don't even want to say it. We just have to keep going." For champions Leverkusen, they bounced back from defeat by RB Leipzig a fortnight ago with a 4-1 hammering of Hoffenheim. And like we told you, Victor Boniface, the man of the moment. Okay, games in the Bundesliga. Dortmund were 4-2 better than Hoffenheim in that encounter. The Karima Deyemi scoring a brace in that game, and Richard putting up a late penalty, and Deyemi also scoring to ensure they beat Hoffenheim by 2-0 in that encounter. 4-2, I beg your pardon, in that encounter. Freiburg beat Bochum by 2-1. Wolfsburg lost to Eintracht Frankfurt by 1-2. Borussia Mönchengladbach were beaten at home by VfB Stuttgart by 1-3. RB Leipzig and Union Berlin shared in a goalless draw. Hoffenheim lost to Bayer Leverkusen by 4-1. I told you Boniface was a dancer in that one, scoring a brace and assisting 1 in that game. Holstein Kiel 1, Bayern Munich 6, Augsburg 3, FC St. Pauli 1, and Mainz lost to Werder Bremen by 1-2. So Kane scoring twice, and it's not looking like this. Bayern Munich top of the table with 9 points after 3 games. Dortmund have got 7. RB Leipzig have got 7. Hoffenheim surprisingly are 4th with 6. Leverkusen has got 6 as well, and Eintracht Frankfurt has got 6. And before we go to the Premier League, big time, let's go to France, where Ousmane Dembele scored twice as Paris Saint-Germain came from a goal behind to beat Brest 3-1 and continued their perfect start to the league all season. Brest took a short lead against the champions when Romain de Castillo converted from the penalty spot after Nuno Mendes fouled Ludovic Ayok in the area. But Dembele, who tormented Brest throughout on the wing, ensured that the team were leveled going into the break by running home Marco Asensio's cross. 2 goals in 2 minutes in the second half then proved the difference for PSG, with Fabian Ruiz pushing the host ahead with a superb strike from a distance while he rifled into the top corner. Dembele then doubled the advantage a minute later, following up with a Randa Kolomwani had an effort block. So this is how it looks like. Paris Saint-Germain are top of the table with 12 points after 4 games. 100% record ongoing. Olympique Marseille has got 10 points as well after 4 games. Monaco, 10 points after 4 games. Lens has got 8 points after 4 games. Nantes, 7 points after 4 games. And Reims has got 7 points after 4 games. The 6th seat on the table. And of course, we hear that Paris Saint-Germain said that they stand firmly with defender Nuno Mendes, who was subject to an online racist abuse after their club's 3-1 win over Brest on Ligue 1 on Saturday. PSG said that the Portuguese left-back has their full support after he shared the comment he had received on his Instagram story. Brest took the lead after Mendes brought down Ludovic Ayok and conceded the first penalty, which was converted by Romain de Castillo, but PSG rallied back to ensure they won that game by 3-1. Mendes, PSG condemned the online racism towards the defender. And before we head out to the Premier League, we heard that Robin van Persie promised that he and his Heerenveen players will keep playing their own game and would not be traumatized after suffering a 9-1 defeat, you heard me, at AZ Alkmaar in the Dutch League. Was only the former Netherlands Arsenal and Man United striker's fourth match as manager after being appointed head coach of Heerenveen in May. This is tough, said the 41-year-old who scored 50 goals in 102 appearances. He said, "You encountered a number of bumps in your career. This was a very big bump. We learned a few more lessons from this match than we normally would." The words of Robin van Persie. And of course, in the Premier League, one man is talking about he can win trophies for Tottenham Hotspur. I talking about the coach of Tottenham Hotspur, Ange Postecoglou. He said, I always win things in my second year after his 1-0 North London defeat by Arsenal. Gabriel scored the only goal for Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with a header from a corner to send the Gunners into his second spot. Spurs, though, have only won one of their 4 Premier League games this term. Former Celtic Postecoglou in his second season at the club, having led them to the 5th in the last season. After the disappointing loss, the Australian was asked about the preseason interview where he said, "Usually in my second season I win things," and he told reporters, "I'll correct myself. I don't usually win things. I always win things in my second year. Nothing changed. I have said it now. I don't say things unless I believe it." The words of Ange Postecoglou. For Newcastle, it was an Ashley Banks, come on, a belter, a beautiful strike, astonishing finish from Ashley Banks, and saw that his team beat Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1, coming from a goal down earlier on in that encounter. Goal from Mario Lamina in the 36th minute, but I tell you, Ashley Banks strike in the 80th minute after Fabian Schär had equalized in the 75th minute. 2 goals in 5 minutes enough as Wolverhampton Wanderers Newcastle beat Wolverhampton Wanderers, I beg your pardon, by 3 goals to 1. 2 goals to 1 that encounter. For Arsenal, I told you, Gabriel's header enough to beat Tottenham Hotspur. North London is red. You heard me. North London is red, I tell you. Aston Villa beat Everton by 3 goals to 2. Aston Villa coming from a goal, 2 goals down. Goals from Dwight McNeil and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but Oli Watkins brace and Durant's belter. It was a long-range strike, a strike to behold, and a contender for the goal of the season as they came back to win by 3 goals to 2 in that game. Other games being played, Chelsea, Christopher Nkunku, the man of the moment, scoring to ensure that they won that game by 1 goal to 0 against Bournemouth, despite having a drabby and scary game ever in that encounter. Ipswich Town played the goalless draw with Brighton and Albion. Leicester City, despite leading 2 goals to 0, were pegged 2-2 by a certain Crystal Palace team. Fulham and West Ham played a 1-1 draw. West Ham scoring late on Danny Ings with that goal to ensure that Fulham couldn't take out 3 points. Man City, Erling Haaland being the first player to score 9 goals in the first 4 games of the new of a Premier League season, helping his team to a 2-1 win, coming from a goal down. A goal scored in the first minute by Wisa, the DR Congo striker. But what a striker Erling Haaland is, especially that assist from Ederson to ensure they won by 2 goals to 1. For Liverpool, it was sour grapes, I tell you, as they were beaten at home at the Anfield. And I tell you, the honeymoon for Ancelotti is over as his team were beaten by a goal to 0, caught that goal by Callum Hudson-Odoi late in the second half. And for Man United, again, not the best of performance at the St. Mary's, but all 3 points they gathered as they won that game by 3 goals to 0. Alejandro Garnacho scoring the 3rd goal in that game. That was just after Martin Delete had opened the score in the 35th minute. Marcus Rashford also got a goal in that one. The coach is saying that just like ketchup is, he sees Rashford coming back to his best for Manchester United. Keep the calls coming in. 0808. Let's talk about the games that went down this weekend. The top 5 leagues in Europe. 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. Or you can call me on 0700 010 961 961. I'll take that again. 0700 010 961 961 or 0808 312 8618. Let's send in your WhatsApp message, your WhatsApp voice note, your WhatsApp call, or call us or send us an SMS. I want to hear from you. Chelsea fans, how do you feel about that victory against Bournemouth? It looks like a win, you know, that the manager, talking about Enzo Maresca, needed at that point in time. For Arsenal, how did you get all 3 points at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, a team that had no Declan Rice suspended and Martin Odegaard injured? It was a drabby performance, but I tell you, very gutsy, and it shows how well Arsenal team has grown over the years. Keep the calls coming in. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the top five? Well, come on, talk about Barcelona. Lamine Yamal, in revelation of the year. We heard that Paris Saint-Germain brought over £200 million for his signature, but Barcelona were not willing to sell him this summer. That boy has shown how big he can become. He could be the next big thing. How many times have we said this about a player in the world of football? Let's just hope that this would not be another one where we say something like that. Talk to us if you're a fan of Real Madrid, Mbappe, and Vinicius Junior's penalty. The coach said you guys deserve to lose. Talking about Big Carlo. He said you guys deserve to lose the game, but you won. What do you think what's going on with Man United? Are they still struggling with life, trying to fit in Kylian Mbappe into that squad? Let's hear from you as well. I was expecting those calls coming in quickly. Let's go down, touchdown, other things happening in the world of sport. Let's go to golf quickly and let you know that Spain John Ram has been crowned the 2024 Live Golf individual champion after victory in Chicago. Ram carried a final round of 66 to finish on 11 on the par and beat compatriot Sergio Garcia and title rival Joaquin Neyman by 3 shots. 29-year-old second victory in the past 3 Live events secured enough points to claim season-long race for the $18 million, this £13.7 million individual prize. And to the Commonwealth Games, we hear the Scottish government is on the verge of agreeing a deal for Glasgow to host the Commonwealth Games in 2026. Health Secretary Neil Gray, whose cabinet remit also covers sport, confirmed to BBC that he is holding talks with the Commonwealth Games Australia. The Australian state of Victoria withdrew as 2026 host due to rising cost. It comes after Australian authorities promised a multi-million pound investment to help finalize Glasgow offer to rescue the multi-sport event. And of course, World Athletics President Leo Ko has been named one of the 7 confirmed candidates to succeed Thomas Bach as International Olympic Committee President. Bach announced at the Paris Olympic last month that he intends to stand down after the end of his second term next year. Britain's 2-time Olympic 1,000-meter champion Ko faces competition from Spanish Juan Antonio Samaranch, France David Lapater, Zimbabwean Christy Coventry, Japan Morinari Watanabe, Sweet Johan Alish, and Prince Faisal of Hussein of Jordan. And of course, in tennis, where Katie Bouta and Emma Raducanu has been named in the British team for November's Billie Jean King Cup finals. Harriet Dart and Hata Watson and the double specialist Olivia Nichols complete the 5 women's team for the competition in Malaga from the 13th to the 20th of November. Great Britain qualified for the knockout stage courtesy of an unlikely win over France and on an indoor clay in Le Portel in April. Raducanu is just her second appearance of our country, leveled the tie by fighting back to beat Caroline Garcia on the opening day. After Bota had beaten Clara Burrell in the first Saturday's match, Raducanu won the tie for Great Britain by beating Diana Parry in the 3rd set tie. And to Formula 1, where Lando Norris drove an extraordinary race to catch and pass title rival Max Verstappen, and his maiden McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri won an engrossing Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The race ended under a virtual safety car after a crash between Red Bull's Sergio Perez and Ferrari's Carlos Sainz, who collided while disputing 3rd place with 2 laps to go. Piastri pulled off an audacious pass on Charles Leclerc, who had led from the pole position to take the lead shortly after both and made their only pit stop for fresh tires and held on for the rest of the race under immense pressure from the Ferrari. And Lando Norris fought back after his late pit stop, having started from 15th place on the hard tire, while the leader chose mediums to pass Verstappen with 3 laps to go. He took 4th place, promoted from 6th by Perez Sainz clash, 1 ahead of Verstappen, who had started 9 places ahead of McLaren's driver. Norris is 59 points behind Verstappen with 7 races to go and a maximum of 206 still available, as McLaren has taken the lead in the Constructors' Championship from Red Bull, taking a 20-point lead. Okay, let's take this call. Maybe before we go, hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Oh, wow. It seems we lost that call. Okay, do try to call us back 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618, or 0700-010-961-961. So keep the calls coming in. Let's get to hear from you. Okay, before we go, we hear that the Bayern Munich intensifies talks about new Jamal Musiala deal. Newcastle United are interested in a move for Leroy Sané, and Napoli join both Milan clubs in the race for Samuel Ricci. Wait and see whether Musiala will sign a new deal or not. Hello, what's the way you're calling from?
Good evening to the big man behind the microphone.
Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, well, you have to call us back. You do have to call us back. Okay, a game on. A game has begun in the Italian Serie A. It is Parma 1, Udinese nil, 26 minutes gone in that encounter at the Stadio Ennio Tardini in Italy. 1-0 it is so far, guys. Parma have taken the lead in that encounter, and it's no order in that encounter. So that's the only game starting so far. Let's take this call. This could be our last call for the day. Hello?
Hello?
Good evening to you.
Now, remember they go back now when I talk to do the other side.
Talk to me. Good day, I can hear you well. Go ahead.
Remember Dr. Dile, then this market, the place for market and Atara Madrid.
You have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
First of all, let me take congratulations to Man United and also congratulations to Madrid for their job. They win 2-0, 3-0, and with a clean sheet. I think that was a good one. And talking about this, what do you call him? Chelsea fans where they attack man say because of the Sacho, this one. Now first match you play, yeah. Then make them calm down because where you go need them. That time, go like at the back of card. Another time, because hey, go carry your load. I say no, hold the load. Now you don't send it. Go carry them. You hear me? And congratulations to Arsenal and for Man City. For Liverpool, it's waiting well.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank
and
you.
the bit of break.
Don't worry, we'll talk more about this tomorrow because of due to time. Okay, thank you, Dr. Odile. Okay, unfortunately, this is how much we can take on the show. Like I love to say, keep talking sport, keep living sport. Sport is life. I am Nonso Arinzichi, your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor. Up next is news around the world. Bye for now. Have a wonderful day. We'll do the same time tomorrow.